Tonight, it's Live with Vince Elliott. Live with Vince Elliott. Tonight on Live with Vince Elliott, it's the Mack Boys, the Mack Brothers, the Mack Brothers. And an appearance from Lil V. Let's get it.
Hey, what we doing today?
Well, just sitting here thinking, man, I got a lot to do. I got to do some stuff for the show, editing for the Live with Vince Elliott show. I've got some household stuff to do for the family. Got this project I'm working on with just a bunch of stuff. I mean, I got to keep it moving, man. It's the only way to do it, life of an entrepreneur.
No, man, you work too much. You need to take a break. I think you're working too hard.
Oh, here you go. Man, I got to get my grind on, man. It's the way I stay paid.
I don't think you understand. See, every time you work hard, I have to work hard because I'm in your mind and I have to do all that thinking and strategizing and planning and working. What about me? What about me? Cue my music. Cue my music! You see, every time you think about stuff, plan stuff, then I have to do all that work, and my mind is all scrambled. I just want to have some, I want to relax. I need some me time. What about me time?
You know what? You make a good point.
Yeah?
I think I will take a little time for myself.
See, that's what I'm talking about.
What do you want to do?
Hey, let's go get on the swing.
You want to get on the swing?
I want to get on the swing. You push.
All right, sure. Let's do it.
Oh, come on. Higher. Higher. Come on.
Well, I don't even know what to say about Lil V. Welcome to Live with Vince Elliott. I am Vince Elliott, and I am so excited today for my guest that we have. I'm going to get to that in a second. But, back to this whole Lil V thing, man. As you know, he is my voice in my head that tries to get me to do things I shouldn't do. So he tried to get me to take a break from work, and it didn't work out too well for him at that particular point. But anyway, more episodes of Lil V are always on the way. Stay tuned. You got to come tune in right here to see it. First of all, welcome. Thank you for tuning in to the show. And if this is your first time, make sure you go to the YouTube channel and subscribe. Subscribe. You can search for The Vince Elliott and subscribe to the YouTube channel. Hit the notifications bell so you can be notified when we go live and when we upload new videos. Also, I want you to comment. I want you to put your questions into the chat room so you can ask our questions ask our guests any questions, or you can make any comments. Let us know what you think about the show. And oh my goodness, I got to tell you about these guys that are coming up. But before I do that, I want you to check this out. Hey everybody, Vince Elliott saying thank you for tuning in. Real quick, I wanted to invite you to become partners with us and contribute to our success. Our success is your success. One way that you can do that is by subscribing to our YouTube page, The Vince Elliott. Click on the notification so that you are notified when we go live or upload new content. Secondly, please share this broadcast with your family, friends, contacts, Craig and them, Cud and them, share with everybody. Lastly, you can contribute to the success of the broadcast with a financial contribution of only $1.25 a week, $5 a month, or $60 contribution for the year by using the Cash App information that's on the screen, $ Live with Vince Elliott. So thank you for helping us to bring information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs to the world. Oh. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, when I was a young lad, all right, when I was about, 17, literally 7 or 8 years old. I was born in East Cleveland, Ohio. I'm not going to, you see how I started? I was born, I'm not about to tell you my whole life story. But what I am going to say is I was an entrepreneur before I knew what an entrepreneur was. I started out putting Kool-Aid in the ice trays and then putting toothpicks in there when they got so, solid, and then I would sell those for a nickel. That escalated to bake sales. Of course, my sisters and my mother was doing all the baking and everything, but I was the cute little boy out there trying to sell and lemonade and all that type of thing. And then as I got older, I cut grass, I shoveled snow, I did paper routes, I did hedges, you name it. I was hustling, making that bread. Well, after saying all of that, my next guest puts me to shame. That's right. They have done more at their age, 13 and 14 years old, than I ever could have done or did back in my day. So let's just bring them in right the way we like to do with their special intro. Ladies and gentlemen, my next guests have been working for 5 years and they're only 13 and 14 years old. These brothers have been in business 5 years and they are homeschooled, going to school year round. Now, how do they stay in business and go to school year round? We're going to find out. And on top of that, these brothers go to Wayne State. Welcome these brothers called the Mack Brothers. Welcome to the show. Welcome to the show. You hear the crowd in the background? They're all excited for you. Listen, welcome to the show. I am so excited to interview you guys because I've been hearing about all that you all are doing and what you got going on. And listen, I take my hat off to you, if my headphones wasn't on there, because you guys are doing big things. And we're going to talk about that. But first of all, I want you guys to introduce yourselves, let everybody know who you are.
Well, I'm Austin Mack, and I'm Andre Mack, and this is our mother, Latoya Mack, and we are the Mack Brothers, owners and operators of Mack Brothers Holdings.
Wait a minute. Hold up. Mack Brothers Holdings. 13, 14 years old, you got Mack Brothers Holdings. Now, we got to start all the way from the beginning. I want to know what this is all about. My audience wants to know what this is all about and what exactly you guys are up to. So let's just start from the beginning. I'm going to start off with Mom because I know you are the engine behind all of this. And help me understand, first of all, where was the infancy stage in all of this beginning? How did all this start?
Well, first of all, thank you for having us on the show, Vent. It's quite a pleasure. You have quite the reputation, so this is also a privilege for us to be here as well. So the entrepreneurial spirit was, it's honestly probably in their DNA. Both myself and the boy's dad are both entrepreneurs at heart and at spirit. And the boys are homeschooled, and I developed a curriculum of entrepreneurship 101, just kind of teaching the basis for starting a business, understanding and learning business terminology, so on and so forth. Okay,
so this was something that was passed down, just the whole mindset of entrepreneurship.
Absolutely.
When I was 7, 8, 9, 10 years old, it was all about, that old school mentality. Go to school, get you an education, go to college, get you a good job, work for 30 years, yada, yada, yada. They're coming up in a time where people are talking more about entrepreneurship than anything else. And so
right.
you guys had some entrepreneurial endeavors and mindsets and foresight to be able to pass that down to them. And so now you mentioned that you homeschool. Now, what's interesting is that my wife and I homeschooled as well. And of course, my wife was the forerunner. She was the kind of the boots on the ground. I was more of the, in the breadwinner category. And I guess you could say I was a superintendent, because I wasn't actively involved, every day like that. But, one of the things that sticks out automatically when I hear about homeschooling, what's funny is that everybody's homeschooling now, right? But one of the things that we got, my kids now are 17, 18, 20, and so they're pretty much, well, two out of three are done. But one of the things that I encountered and my wife encountered was heavy skepticism, to say the least. Meaning people were like, "Oh man, homeschooling. Oh, they're going to be weird. How are they going to be socially active? Are they going to be able to function in society?" Did you face anything like that?
Oh, absolutely. Absolutely. Plenty of criticism. Some of that was out of genuine concern. Some of that was out of genuine ignorance about homeschooling. School institutions have only been around for about 100 years. Traditionally, children were taught and educated in the home, and then that progressed to church houses, which is called schoolhouse. Uh, so we just kind of went back to some traditional ways to absorbing education and academics, as well as wanting to have them have a balanced way of living. So yeah, I took on a lot of criticism because people didn't know. Um, and you're right. The first question people ask is, what about their social development? And I found some clever ways to debunk those initial questions. Like kids don't start going to school until they're 5 years old. So
Right.
are you telling me that they're going to start being social at 5 and then forward? So we did nothing 0 to 5 years old socially, and it's all going to start in school.
As,
No,
as
it started.
as
It
if school is the only place they can be social.
exactly, exactly.
Yeah.
So, so
So guys, I mean, that's all you knew was homeschool, right? So it was not, anything foreign to you because you were doing it from day one. How did what was your view as you talked to other people who maybe weren't homeschooled? What kind of interaction did you have in those conversations?
Well, it just kind of came naturally towards my brother and I because we're very when we were younger we were very social people. You know what I mean? Like almost like too social. So it almost came like automatically when someone would like kind of tell us like, would you rather be in public school than middle school? And it's kind of like
other schools that are home.
yeah, public school instead of homeschool, and it was kind of like I've been through it both, and I'm choosing what's better for me throughout throughout my years of school. So it just depends where I want. It just depends where like we want to stand and where we want to go, because it's kind of like you can't make anybody do anything. I was
Hmm.
just a colleague of mine. You want to get the she like she or he was saying like you want to get the full school high school experience if you don't go. Not that well, I you won't get the full homeschool experience if you.
I
And then it was
like it.
kind of like,
I like it.
it was kind of like I just like it just kind of seems like people like want to believe in and their no is not technically in the right. And then I kind of played it off with some humor, like, didn't your mama just ask my mama, did you want to be homeschooled or not? Like, did your mom just ask, can my mom homeschool you?
You're gonna tell who it is in a minute.
Exactly. Like, I was like,
Okay, so that was Austin that was speaking. Andre, and not to be confused with Andre, it's Andre. Well, I think that's really unique. So, what is it? How did you feel when mom was saying, "Listen, you guys need to you need to come up with some type of business plan." I'm not sure exactly what she told you, but basically, when she incorporated that entrepreneurial part to your schooling, what did you think about it?
well, when she first told us we had to come up with business idea, creative business, it was easy for me because I was always thinking of just kind of random stuff and random ideas that can make us money. I always thought of like making money one day and always making money for myself and giving to others. And so when she said that, that was really like easy for us. We just got in the room and we automatically came up with some ideas. So we first started with our lawn service, and then our lawn service funded. into our book publishing company with our with our two titles and our third one coming soon. And then it funded into our tech company, Apply IT, and then it funded into our record label, 3030 Music.
Okay, time out, man. You got to slow that way down. Now you telling me you like, you just made it sound like it was nothing to it. Like, at first I just hit the lawn company right quick, got that flowing, then I just went on. I mean, come on, man. We need to understand how does a 13 and 14, and when you were doing this, you started when you were what, 8, 9, right? So now tell me a little bit, real quick. Tell me a little bit more about the lawn company. How did that happen, and how did that evolve?
All right, I'm gonna answer this as
Okay.
And see, they're still excited about it.
as my brother told me, we had to come up with, we had to come up with a business idea. Then we had to sell a product. The lawn service is technically not a product. You just gotta get, yeah, a service. You just gotta get people to buy into you. So it kind of played into our cuteness a little bit because we were like 8 and 9. Like, and then I was so surprised. Little boys walking up to your door saying, "Can we touch the ground?" And then
Now, could you all even push the lawnmower and hold it, keep it straight at that time, or what was going on?
my dad, he kind of groomed us in that area because when we were little, he would have us because when you got kids, you want to make your kids like do that stuff. So he would make us do stuff like he would before we have to do school. He would wake us up at like 8 in the morning. It would be like do 50 push-ups. And then we were young, and so when we started before we kind of got into lawn service, we went over to my grandmother's house, and he would just kind of teach us on how to use the lawn equipment. And ever since then, we've been cutting grass for our grandmothers, and that automatically made sense when we got into lawn care business.
Mm-hmm. Okay. So now I understand that it wasn't just the two of you all cutting grass. You made it into an actual business where you make money whether you there or not. Talk about that.
So, can I answer this one, please?
Half and half.
All right. So, we now currently, well, let me start from the beginning. We had we had 3 employees, 2 adults, 1 child, 1 youth. Yeah, 1 youth. And then now we have 2 youth and 3 adults. Yeah. That always gets confusing because it's kind of like, okay. And so what we kind of do, well, I want to touch on how we got into getting those employees. That's necessarily from adults wanting jobs and then seeing that we're kids and they don't. So when we first got our adult employees, they were like, okay, we'll just help you with your little business. And that's something that just gets on my nerves when people say your little business until they really see on how big this is. And then they'll be like, oh, I didn't realize. So people just wanted to work for us and thought it would be cute for them to work for us until they seen like we were really growing an empire and showing. And so with our kid employees, they really got inspired on what we were doing and wanted to work with us so we could groom them into making them entrepreneurs so they can make their own money also. I'm trying to be truthful in this interview. When we're 89, I always felt like these people not afraid for us to mess up their grass. Like I always thought that. I feel like our adorableness overwhelmed them. Oh my! I used to know how to fake cry. It's still kind of here, but like I used to do it against my parents and stuff. But yeah, it's kind of like it's just kind of like amazing how my brother and I grown. And it's kind of like we came from 8 and 9 having a blower and a lawnmower to a full blown trailer, two multi-passenger pickup truck, and like it just kind of blew up. Yeah.
Okay, so you got the lawn care going. You said you spent that off into a book. Real quick, talk about the book. What is that about?
Okay, so our book, we have two titles published. We have AJ's Lemonade and Mack Brothers Lawn Service. So it's my, so we so we have two titles published. We have made it into one book. It's a flip book, and it is Mack Brothers Lawn Service and I got Mack Brothers Lawn Service and AJ's Lemonade. And these
Oh,
and these
okay.
are
It's
two
two in
titles.
one.
Yeah, and this is more for like the young ladies, like lemon lemonade and stuff like that. And this is more for the young men with lawn service. So
Oh, you
this
about to get in trouble now, man. Hold on. Let me slow you down. You about to get in trouble because, nowadays women don't want to hear that, that women can only do the lemonade job and the men and women can't do lawn care service. So you want to be careful with that.
But you know what we actually found out? That a lot of youth, those who are interested in entrepreneurship, they often start with these two particular types of businesses.
hmm
And, obviously no gender bashing, but, this kind of seems to be which way the young ladies will take to the lemonade versus
Yeah, yeah.
and the boys doing the mowing. But yeah, obviously no gender bashing.
Because,
It was
I used
just
to sell lemonade too now. So, right, right, right.
lemonade isn't just an easy job. You have to make the lemonade, keep going back and forth to refill it. It's not an easy job. It's not like a light part job, obviously.
one thing
Okay.
I share with you, Vince, about the employees that they have. And this is something that the boys may not be fully aware of, but their adults that work for them really have been able to subsidize their income by working the lawn service. Two of them have full-time jobs, but that little money that gets you from one check to the other. The Mack Brothers Lawn Service has been able to kind of provide that steady income for those
Wow.
adult employees. Yeah.
Wow. So already you guys are not only building something for yourself, you also are building something that can help other people, in the community, job creation and things of that nature. So
Indeed.
I mean, man, you guys are doing it. And then so now you went from the lawn care, the book, the duo book, and then what was it after that? What did you do after that?
So,
Um,
so what we did after that was our tech company, Apply IT.
our software development company where we create apps and cognitive stimulating games.
Say it again.
Where we create apps and cognitive stimulating games.
Now, how did that come about? A tech company.
So, so our tech company really came about. I would say for me, and then also at the same time. But I've always been like that tech kid. Like I've always been into like if this is broken, it still works.
So, what
Like
does the tech
literally,
company do?
Even if he breaks it.
He's usually the one breaking it, right? what
sorry,
is the
tech,
what does the tech company do?
sorry, tech company. We build websites and we also create them games for the youth because it's a lot of games out here that's not really like helping train the mind of the youth. But our
Wow,
games are still like normal games, but it also enhances your thinking ability.
And we're actually in the pro because
Yes.
we're actually in the process of creating a Mac Brothers lawn service app just to help our customers schedule no
Payment
schedule
options.
is for payment options and schedule yeah service.
so you guys are actually building websites, is that right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Now, where'd you learn to do that?
So we took a coding class with Journey Foundation, with I think it was featured with Ford Motor Company, am I right?
Yep. So the journey operates out of the Frank Center on the east side.
hmm
Um, One of the founders for Journey Foundation is Mr. Richard Grundy. And so, one of those things where we're kind of looking for options for the boys to learn coding because I had one that was dismantling electronics, and the other was trying to put it back together. So I saw that there was some interest there. and and so I just went out on Facebook and asked if there were any programs that would teach young people coding. Richard Grundy from Journey Foundation responded to me, and what 2 years, 3 years, they took their course with Journey Foundation. One of the sponsors is Jerome Bettis, and he came in, talked to the boys, and really gave them some inspirational words. So yeah, it's been about 3 years now that they've been with Journey.
And
So yeah, go ahead.
so like my mom really found out that we were interested in tech from like it was this one situation where we were like first getting cable, and it's this back room right there. He outscored it's his back room like behind this wall. We couldn't. They said we couldn't get cable in this room, and I was just in total disbelief. So so I let the cable guy do what he was going to do. He left the box and stuff here, and I went outside. I checked, make sure the wires wasn't cut. And I went back upstairs, and then I hooked up the TV and stuff to it, and I got the cable just totally working, and it was on one of those like VCR TVs that still took the VCR tapes. It was on one of the oldest TVs.
So just a little disclaimer here: all the cable hookup in the house
It's legit.
is legal.
I was gonna go there, right?
and the other 10,000 viewers you have.
And here's the thing, there's always more people watching on the replay than there is live. You got people jumping in and out. So understand that there's going to be a lot more people watching this on the replay than are watching it right now currently. By the way, if you're just joining us, I am with the Mack Brothers and their mom, and they are young entrepreneurs. Currently, they are 13 and 14, and they've been in business for 5 years already. They are, these guys are Wayne State. Talk about that real quick.
Well, so we've been taking courses at Wednesday Math Course, and currently this is my third year, and this is my fourth year, and yeah, it's just kind of been an impact on my brother and I because it's such like a warm environment. No one's pressuring you to do anything.
So what is that like when you walk up in the classroom and everybody around you is, seven, somewhere between 5 to 7 years, 8 years older than you? What is that like?
Well, it's not really hard for us because we are always around adults with our businesses, and it's not hard for us because we seem to get along with adults, and it's not that hard to have conversations for us because we talk about mature things that other kids wouldn't talk about.
So how do people react to you? I know it's easy for you. What are some of the things that people say when they see you in there? Of course, they ask you how old you are, I would imagine.
Um,
When you first get there.
that's that face they make.
It's so like a lot of times it's like all the grown folks. All means well, but they like it's just kind of like, oh, can you meet my son? Can he come work for me? All that, and it's kind of like they're like inspired by us, and they want like their children to meet us because they feel we're very inspiring and good role models because we're still young and we're still youthful. So and we're kids, so it makes sense. You've never seen something like this where you see two kids with all these businesses with all this product and making their own money in this big infinite circle.
Hmm. Now, I know that people are going to say, because having been a homeschool family ourselves, like we touched on earlier, oh, well, are they getting socialized? These guys are doing business. That's great. But wait a minute. Now you got them they got the book, they got the lawn care, they're going to Wayne State, they're doing the holding. They all of this going on. When do they have time to be kids? What do you say to that, Mom?
Well, they're kids like all the time. Even when they're at work, you know, there's times where like yesterday we were at a client's house and we have a basketball in the back of the truck. And after we finished servicing the client, we played around with the basketball before we even pulled off. So, I think we have gotten to a point where we think school happens over here and then home happens over here. When really life is a constant for learning and educating. Um, the boys play football, they play basketball, wow. They volunteer at the shelter. Um, those are they go swimming at the YMCA downtown. Thank you for the folks there who give them a nice membership. I taught them how to install a battery in the car.
How do you know change the battery?
So we do comparisons with the birds and the limes. Oh, they're great pool shooters. So we live life at a level where we like to refer to it as abundantly. So there's so there's always a process where you're learning, and there's also a process where you're adding on to your value as a person, as a business. We do school at the table the same table we have dinner at. So the whole home environment is a learning environment. We have fun, and they're still kids, but they're kids who have a focused vision, where they're headed to. Oh, that's one of their conference rooms where they're headed to adulthood. Yeah, because they will be adults longer than they will be children. So I rather prepare them for the long haul.
Yeah, yeah, that's awesome. So, I mean, you got to. I don't know how you do it. I mean, you got them in homeschool. You got them in Wayne State. You got them playing sports. You taking them out for activities. They doing the book. They doing the lawn care, and and so you got to be the initiator of a lot of this stuff, and take them from place to place and do all these types of things with them. I would imagine you wearing them out, huh?
Oh yeah, I'm wearing,
Or are they wearing you out?
I'm wearing them out. I'm wearing them out. Yeah. So I'm their Uber, Lyft, and driver, and
That's awesome.
their personal assistant. Yeah. So
Now,
yeah,
now,
those are
and
pictures with us coming home from rehearsal.
and that's not all they do. You just tapped into it. You segue to it from rehearsal. From rehearsal from what?
So we have structured times that the boys rehearse their pitch because they do public speaking as well. They did their first TED talk in 2018, and we also they also attend rehearsal because they are recording artists. So yeah, there's a picture of them from their TED talk. They're titled for their TED talk was what was your title?
Resuscitating ideas.
Oh, resuscitate your ideas. Yeah.
And they are also rubbing shoulders with some of the influencers around town.
Uncle Tommy.
Tommy Hearns.
Yes. Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And this guy here, I wish I could blow this up, but I can't the way I have it in here. This guy here is from the show The Prophet.
Yes.
Uh,
Yes.
was it Mark Lemonis?
Marcus Lemonis.
Yeah.
Yeah. Hey, Judge Stone. Oh, just give us game. Yeah.
Ice
Nice.
Cube.
Yeah. So a quick fun fact I'll share with you about Ice Cube. We learned maybe about 5 years after that picture that Ice Cube family is related to their family on their father's side.
Wow.
So he's from the Leonard bloodline. Yep.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, so speaking of that, I'm going to segue into the other portion. You know, they are recording, and when you talk about the bloodline, all this thing, all this activity, excuse me, all this businesses and everything they got going on, this is how you leave a legacy
Yes.
for your family, for your children and your children's children. And these guys not only are leaving a legacy, but tell me why that word is so special. Legacy.
Well, I just feel like it's so empowering just to like, and to me, it has a personal meaning to it because that's probably the main word my mom used around us when we were younger because it just kind of felt empowering to me because every time me and Andre would like, how do I say it? Every time me and Andre would have an idea or improve our business, it just kind of felt like everything was coming together. We gotta show the world that we mean business and we want to build it. And so that's where our song came in, just to let the world know. And that's it.
Well, when we come back, we're going to listen, not only listen to the song Legacy, but there's a video. These guys did the song, video, mom directed. I mean, it's a whole family affair. And so we're going to check that out when we come back and see, you know, are these guys the real deal or, you know, or are they faking the funk? I don't think they faking the funk. Everything that I've seen and heard so far has blown my hair back, and that's why I don't have any right now. I'm bald. So we're going to take a really, really short break, and then we'll come back and we will listen and watch the video Legacy. Hey everybody, Vince Elliott saying thank you for tuning in. Real quick, I wanted to invite you to become partners with us and contribute to our success. Our success is your success. One way that you can do that is by subscribing to our YouTube page, The Vince Elliott. Click on the notification so that you are notified when we go live or upload new content. Secondly, please share this broadcast with your family, friends, contacts, Craig and them, Cud and them, share with everybody. Lastly, you can contribute to the success of the broadcast with a financial contribution of only $1.25 a week, $5 a month, or $60 contribution for the year by using the Cash App information that's on the screen, $ live with Vince Elliott. So thank you for helping us to bring information, education, inspiration, motivation, and yes, a few laughs to the world. Oh. Thank you. Ladies and gentlemen, it's the Mack Brothers with Legacy.
I want to be sensible. I want to be great. I want to build a legacy, but I also want to be a wife to do it.
How you build your legacy. Leave a little something. Leave a little something for your family. Up your fist and say it loud. You're strong, wise, Hey, legacy. Don't you know that your bloodline is royalty?
Go where you go, it was legacy, baby. In the top one, the ceiling, it was heavenly, baby. You 9 to 5, we 24/7 here, baby. Business brothers on the block taking over this, baby. Woo.
How you build your legacy? Leave a little something for your family.
It's a classic, you know.
Put up your fist and say it loud. It's strong, wise, baby, proud. Hey, legacy. Don't you know that your bloodline is royalty?
Everybody running mouth, ain't nobody helping out. Y'all was in the trap, we was learning how to flip a house. Get in that boy and rip it out. Get that check and cash it out. Let that money work, now work it out. Grown from the womb, this my pedigree, baby. I got deeds for my seeds, this is legacy, baby. I've been out to get it my whole life. changed my family whole life. This is legacy, baby, this is my life.
How you build your legacy. Leave a little something for your family. Yeah. Up your fist and say it loud. You're strong, you are. Hey, 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 legacy. Don't you know that your bloodline is royalty?
How you make a name for the gang, but you didn't do the same for your own last name. We the same brothers, brought you bang, bang, bang. Shame is for the birds, put respect up on my name, man. I've been out to get it my whole life. Been learning how to get it my whole life. Now I got it and I changed my family whole life. This is legacy, baby, this is my life. I be looking at it like it's dumb. Same plan, same one. Every generation started from the same square one. OGs tell me, young G, think out the box. I be like, what box? I ain't even in the box. It's the difference from a hustler, baby. Never broke again, I ain't no customer, baby.
How you build your legacy. Leave a little something for your family. Yeah. Put up your fist and say it loud. Strong you are. Hey, 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 legacy. Don't you know that your bloodline royalty. Legacy. Don't you know that your bloodline is royalty.
This is legacy, baby.
Woo! That's fire! Oh my goodness! Woo! Look at that, Jeremy Johnson. He just put up fire. That's hot. Oh my goodness, man! Listen, can I get an autograph now before it's too late? Before I can't get to you. I mean, and then the hook and everything, the message. I mean, that's just great, man. I applaud you guys. And then Mom in there with the swag. She's just like, I love it. Oh my goodness. Let's see some of the comments. Let's check out some of the comments from our viewers. Let's see. Well, we know Jeremy said it was fire. Naomi says her 1-year-old is dancing to the song. So y'all got a fan in a 1-year-old. Yeah. Melanie says she is blown away. And Portia likes the excitement and the energy. I mean, hey, this is what it is. Let's see. Tell them Blake, the bass player was slapping too. That's so. Go ahead and get a shout outs to who helped make that possible.
Yeah, so I just give a little video and song credit there. Production for the song was myself and Mr. Marcus Divine. Video credibility, our cameraman was Tamashian Jones with T-Bot Media. Our sound guy there was DJ Lowe. The director of the video is myself, Latoya Mack, and of course our incredible artists here, the Mack Brothers. So yeah, it was awesome. Yeah, I had the opportunity to work with I call him TV Jones, but Tamashian Jones on a film I did some years ago, and I was filming then, and I had them on my hip at the time then. So I did that back in 2012, and Tamashian helped on that project as well. So yeah, we had just a great time. And then the boys were able to bring in some of their friends too. Featured in the video was Kid J, the little kid you see in the beginning. He's actually a model, I believe, with JC Penney's. His name is DJ Weej, and he works really hard. We are advocates for helping to build other African American entrepreneurs as well. We have the owner of Why Not Ginger that was in the video. So yeah, it was just a great experience all around.
Okay, so now you guys are doing so much, and what people need to understand is that the life of an entrepreneur has a lot of different dynamics to it. Meaning, one is that funding some of these things to get them off the ground is not always easy. Sometimes you have to use some creative funding outlets to be able to raise funds to get the backstage stuff done, the production and all those types of things. These things don't just automatically generate money from the day you say, I want to write a book, or the day you want to start that lawn business. You got to start with some equipment. So what you guys have done that I'm aware of is you have started a GoFundMe page. Tell me why you did that.
Well, our GoFundMe is basically, I'm gonna say basically, our GoFundMe is to upgrade more of our lawn service equipment and get a more multi-passenger pickup truck and a enclosed trailer.
Say that again. Say that louder. I didn't catch that all of it.
So we want to upgrade our equipment so we can get a multi-passenger pickup truck and an enclosed trailer, also riding mower, zero turn.
Okay. Now I have the GoFundMe on the screen, but sometimes all those little letters and dots and all that type of thing can be hard to remember. The easy thing to remember is they got a real easy name. All you got to do is go to GoFundMe.com and then put in Mack Brothers, and you'll see their picture will come up. In fact, I'll show you what picture will come up when you go there and you see these two young men. Well, you're looking at them right now, so you can't mistake them, but you'll see that picture right there, and that will let you know that these are the Mack Brothers that you're looking to support. And I always like to say, any amount helps. There's no amount that's too large or too small. And there's definitely no amount that's too large. So let's not get that twisted. Let's make sure we understand that should you be in a position to give $1 million, you don't forget about what the goal is, or they will take $1 million. I'm sure you will not turn that down and say that's too much. So if you're just tuning in and you missed quite a bit, I'm going to encourage you to go to the replay and hear about all the wonderful things these guys are doing. They're 13 and 14 years old. We're talking to Andre and Austin Mack, and their mother, Latoya, is here. And these guys are doing more at 13 and 14 than a lot of us did by the time we were 40. So support these guys. One thing that I thought about is we're constantly saying, our children are our future, support the youth, and, tell them how great that is. Well, now here's an opportunity for you to put your money where your mouth is, as they like to say, and be able to help these guys. Every little bit counts, like I said. So, just imagine, where these guys are going to be 5 years from now. I mean, by the time they turn, 19, 20 years old, they're going to be on a whole nother level, and you could be a part of that. So definitely go to the GoFundMe page, give whatever you can. Hey, and here's the thing. You might say, well, you know what? Hey, I just don't have it right now. You might, you go ahead and give that $5, but guess what? 2-3 weeks from now, they're still going to be around. They're still going to have the GoFundMe page. Then that's when you can go ahead and give some more. And just encourage your friends. I mean, if you can't do anything else, share it. Go to the GoFundMe page, share it to your Facebook friends. There's more ways that you can support other than giving money if you don't have it at that time. So share it, go to the GoFundMe page. Even if for whatever reason you can't give what you would like to give, go to the GoFundMe page, click share it with your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, your LinkedIn. They have all of that available on there. Am I right about it?
Yes.
All right. So guys, it's been awesome talking to you all, and I want to continue to have some interaction with you guys and see how things are going and see how I can be of assistance to help you in your cause and what you're doing, because who knows, I might need a job one day. So you just never know how this world is going with all this COVID thing happening. You just never know. So my viewers, you guys, if you have any questions, just go ahead and put those questions in the comments. And is there anything you guys want to say before we get out of here? We got about 5 more minutes.
I would just like to say two things actually. Don't how how much famous you get or how wealthy you get. Always remember yourself and never lose your way. That's right. And I would like to say I will always like and this is how I believe time. This time isn't money. Time time isn't money. So what I mean by that is you have to have money to spend time. It's just and that's not so be yourself and live life how you would like to live your life.
Wisdom, wisdom. Austin, who's the oldest?
I am. But no,
Oh, okay. Mom says she's the oldest. Did you want to say something, Andre?
Yes, always keep doing what you're doing, what you do positively. Make sure it's always productive. Don't just because we're in quarantine and we have to stay home a lot more than we usually would. Always make sure you're doing something to benefit yourself and others in the future, and make sure you always stay productive.
And so, Mom, they people want to know more about the Mack Brothers. They can go to mackbrothersholdings.com. What will they find there?
When you go up to MackBrothersHoldings.com, you'll see the boys' biography there. You can get to learn a little bit more about them. You can also purchase one of their books there online too. We do fulfillment ourselves, so we like to always insert a thank you card for those things. You'll find a link to their GoFundMe on there as well, and you will also find out information about the boys' nonprofit, which is called Vision is Greater Than You. They're developing a educational curriculum to teach youth more about youth entrepreneurship.
And then if somebody wants to get in touch with you for, to help in any kind of way or learn more about what you're doing or, have some information for you that might be helpful or whatever it is that they want to involve themselves with you in a positive way, what's the best way for them to reach out to you?
So you can certainly reach me at my email. It's lm at Mack Brothers Holdings, S on Brothers, S on Holdings.com. I will check my email multiple times throughout the day. You will get a return call. If you're one of those $1 million donors, you call me direct now.
Mm-hmm. Right. They can get the private number, the bat number, huh?
If it's any trouble with you reaching us on our email, you can always go follow us at the Mack Brothers on Instagram and always DM us, and we can always check our DMs, and we'll make sure we give you a reply back. Indeed.
Okay, so we got a question here. Melanie wants to know, how do you handle employees as young entrepreneurs? Do you have to pay taxes?
Basically, it's kind of like
so with our youth employees, we do not pay taxes, or do we take taxes from them? Yes. We basically hire the youth through a summer. Some have worked through our winter program too by the ushering of their parents.
Mm-hmm.
But no, we do not. To answer your question in short.
Okay.
And if we talk any more technical, I'm going to have to get the boys' attorneys on.
They do have attorneys, am I right? Yeah.
Shout out to their attorney, Mr. Robert F. Smith, and also Bill Hatchett.
Wow. That's how you do it, man. You do business, you do it right. You start out, they say how you start is how you finish. So you got to start out right.
And
Well, listen.
Harold Montgomery, yeah.
Well, listen, I appreciate you guys taking your time out to come and talk with me today. Again, what you guys are doing is amazing. Mom, shout out to you for all that you're doing and the hard work that you're putting in. It's going to pay off. There's no question about it. So get ready to get your house and your car and all that kind of stuff that you want because you got that coming. Yeah. So listen, ladies and gentlemen, thank you for joining us today. If you're watching on a replay, listen, you are just as much a part of this show as the people who watch it live. We thank you for watching it live. If you did, don't forget to support them by going to the GoFundMe page and just put in the search engine, Mack Brothers, and they will come up. You'll see their picture, and you can go ahead and support them in a financial way. They'll be very grateful for that. And then, of course, the information's on the screen if you want to reach out in an email and to get more information or to get your questions answered, whatever. So let's see. I think we have one more question. Someone saying, very encouraging and inspiring for other youth. So proud of your family. There's some other things that we probably could have talked about because you guys have actually helped other businesses get started, but we don't have time to talk about that. But you guys just keep doing what you're doing. And, as you're being a blessing to other people, you're going to be blessed as well. Ladies and gentlemen, we are out of time. And we are signing off. Remember, support the Mack Brothers. And we like to say you're sowing a seed into good, fertile ground. All right? Have a good day. We'll see you next Friday on Live with Vince Elliott.